Columbia police are looking for a man who they say stole money from several businesses, including Circle R, where he was caught on camera stealing money from a fundraising jar.
We believe that it was picked up by one of our building staff and discarded as trash.
Evidence disappears in a high-profile murder case in Barron County. Could this affect the upcoming trial?
Fans are lined up outside Rupp Arena waiting to get in for tonight's Big Blue Madness. How UK is trying to get fans involved in this year's show.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
He says he was tricked. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for watching WKYT News at 4:30. I'm Amber Philpotts.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. Tonight, police in southern Kentucky are looking for a man accused of stealing from several businesses.
Police say the man gives money to the cashier and then demands back more money than what he gave. WKYT's Mike Byer is talking to a man who says he fell for the trick in our top story at 4:30.
He's being called the quick change artist and is now on the radar of Columbia police after scamming several businesses out of money. The most recent incident took place Wednesday night at Circle R Drive-In. Police say the suspect gave the cashier money and then demanded back more than what he gave. But he didn't stop there. Surveillance footage catches the man reaching into a children's fundraising jar, taking nearly all the money. All in all, the restaurant says the scam artist got away with more than $50. Now, a general manager for Subway restaurants in Columbia, Danville, and Houstonville tells us the same man got away with nearly $70 from these stores using the same quick change routine. We spoke with the cashier who was tricked by the man at the Columbia store inside Walmart. He says the suspect was relentless and also very aggressive. He describes the man as 5'11", weighing around 160 pounds with a thick beard.
I could tell, like I say, closer to the end that he's not just an amateur, he's a professional at it. He does this for a living. It was something that we're not used to having somebody come in and acting that way, but I handled it really good, is what they tell me.
Now, because he's already scammed several businesses out of money, Columbia police say there's a chance he'll strike again. And with that said, they're warning all area businesses to be on the lookout. In Adair County, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Both cashiers say they have never seen that man before. Police believe he's from out of town. Lexington police are warning people to keep valuables out of their cars. Right now, they're investigating 2 overnight car break-ins they think are connected. They happen just blocks from each other in a neighborhood right by Veterans Park. Police say in both cases, a car window was shattered and valuables stolen. They say a child's backpack was also taken from one of the cars.
New this afternoon, we've learned that a man shot several times yesterday in Corbin was shot by his wife. The Times-Tribune reports Stephen Pataki initially told Corbin police that someone broke into his home and shot him. But police say after talking to Pataki's wife, they determined she's the one who shot him. Police say an argument between the couple led to a domestic dispute. They tell the Times-Tribune that Pataki was pulling his wife by the hair, and that's when she shot him. Pataki was taken to the University of Tennessee Medical Center, where he's listed in critical condition. His wife was taken to a nearby hospital and released. No charges have been filed at this time. The couple has 2 young children who were in school at the time of the shooting. A 90-year-old Kentucky man is safe today after being found 160 miles away from home. Lester Stapp disappeared from his home in Russell County yesterday. He was found this morning in his car that was stuck in a ditch in Whitesville, which is just east of Owensboro. Police say someone delivering a local newspaper found Stapp. They say Stapp was confused and couldn't tell police how long he'd been there, but police say he was not hurt. As a precaution, Stapp was taken to the hospital to be checked out.
State police say evidence in a high-profile Western Kentucky murder case is gone. Anthony Barber is accused of killing 2-year-old Lainey Wallace in Barron County last year. We've learned that a shirt that is thought to have belonged to Lainey was likely thrown in the trash. Defense attorneys say they found the shirt 6 months after the crime. The shirt was handed over to state police. A crime lab analyst says she put a box of evidence outside her office door because her office is what's considered a clean room. She believes it was picked up by building staff and then thrown away. The defense says the shirt is important. They're accusing Lainey's mother of being involved in the initial disposal of that shirt.
We are going to assert, and there will be testimony to the fact that she threw the shirt out the window and that all along she was well aware of what had happened to the child.
The Commonwealth's attorney says the shirt is no longer a factor in the case because all of the required testing was completed before it was lost. The crime lab analyst says it tested negative for blood, saliva, and semen. A judge will ultimately make his decision about how the loss of evidence is handled when the two parties meet back in court in 2 weeks. Barber is scheduled to stand trial on December 6th.
Well, we're wrapping up the work week with some really great weather, and it sounds like it's only going to get better for the weekend.
Sounds like it. We are tracking some warmer temperatures moving in for us. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell has a look now at our weekend forecast.
Yeah, it looks pretty good out there, guys. There's a small rain chance, but it's so small that I think most of us are going to be out enjoying the mix of sun and clouds this weekend, so it's not a big deal, but certainly have to keep the mention alive. Out there across Kentucky, it is a gray day, not a gray day with all of those clouds that are locked in all across Kentucky, from E-Town to Frankfort to Jackson and down to Corbin as well there along Interstate 75. Temperatures are kind of shaking up a little bit. You look to the north and you look around us here in Lexington, we're at 67, and then you look to the south in London, we're at 75 degrees, 77 in Middlesboro. A lot of warmth still showing up in some spots. Now, all of us will be getting to that same level, I think, into the daytime hours tomorrow. There you see that energy, that little impulse. It's throwing some showers. There's a frontal boundary. You remember it passed through yesterday, and you can see down to our south, some energy is shifting back toward the north. So it's trying its best to throw maybe a rogue shower or two into southern Kentucky. That would be the primary zone I think would run into any rain out there. So right now, 67 easterly winds here in Lexington. Let's break down the rest of the forecast. Through the evening we go. I think we'll end up in mid 50s for lows, and then we're right back into the 70s with mixed sun and clouds tomorrow, and again, stray shower chance. I'll take a look at the 7-day forecast, which has a whole lot more of that warmth coming up for you in just a few minutes.
Sounds pretty nice, Jim. Thank you. We are counting down the hours to Big Blue Madness. We'll get our first look at the Kentucky men's and women's teams in just under 2.5 hours.
Always love this time of year, and Kentucky basketball fans are waiting outside Rupp Arena right now for that first look. WKYT's Monique Blair is with them. Hey, Monique.
Hi, Amber and Barbara. I can tell you, you can really feel the excitement right now here inside the Lexington Center. UK fans are really starting to fill up the building. They just can't wait to get inside Rupp Arena. Now, I'm at the food court right now, just below the arena, where there are, as you can see, quite a bit of fans here fueling up before the big night. Now, I have talked to people who are here from Indiana and Columbus, and there is even a bachelorette party out here. They all tell me they have waited for this night all year. Big Blue Madness has always been a big fan-friendly event, but this year UK is taking it up a notch and asking the fans to get even more involved. Tonight there will be an interactive light show originating from fans' cell phones. Now, if you're coming out here and you want to participate, you should download the Kentucky Game Day Wildcats app on your app store by searching Kentucky Wildcats. Also, for the first time this year, fans entering Rupp Arena will have to walk through a metal detector. Bags will also be searched, so if you want to move through the line quicker, there will be an express lane for anyone who does not have a bag. Now, the doors to Rupp will open in about an hour or so, so until then, I imagine this crowd out here is only going to continue to grow, and that event officially begins tonight at 7 o'clock. For now, I'm reporting live in Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
All right, thanks, Monique. And if you can't wait for the madness to start, tune to the CW Lexington at 5:30 for Before the Madness with Dave Baker and Christy Thomas.
It is a 90-minute preview of this year's Wildcats. It is always a great time when basketball starts in the Bluegrass Forest.
Well, and when everything overlaps, you know, you've got basketball and you've got football and you have so many things.
It's always a good time to be a Wildcat, right?
Racing, everything. It's great. Well, it's still ahead. We're 2 months away from the new standalone series of Star Wars films. But for fans who can't wait, we have a sneak peek of the new movie coming up in about 10 minutes.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Bit of a gloomy day out there, but temperatures are right around normal for this time of year. We haven't seen a lot of normal here in the weather world past few weeks, but we're there today. but not tomorrow. We're back into the 70s, it looks like. That right there is a view outside here at the station. And you can see that we are looking at all of the clouds off in the distance, and you're going to find clouds on either side of us. I mean, it's just one of those days. It's 67 degrees, humidity's at 61%. We're even tracking a few showers in southern parts of Kentucky, so it's certainly a gloomier day out there than what we have been seeing, because we've had some sunshine thrown into the mix. Yesterday it was beautiful. We're up a couple of degrees compared to where we were when I first started here at 4, so that's always a positive thing. 75, though, down the road into London. Somerset's at 73, so we have some very warm air still hanging out across southern parts of Kentucky. Even when you throw in the cloud cover, you notice that the temperatures do not change. There's not a big difference here with that. They have this little, what we call a little inversion down here, with just spreading some showers in, and it's also throwing in some warmer air as well into parts of Kentucky. We're just not in that part here, central portions of the Commonwealth. Sharp cutoff to the cloud line there. You can see as we get into Illinois and also into Indiana, we're just socked in here with this stuff, at least through the rest of the evening and overnight as well. But it will eventually start to clear up once we get more so into your Saturday, I think. So hour by hour run. Keeping the rain chances live there in southern Kentucky up until around midnight, then it will start to disappear. But we get into tomorrow, more sunshine filters in. Trying its best to paint a shower or two in the area, so I'm just going to keep the mention alive. I've got a 20%. I might even take that down to a 10% because I don't think we're going to get covered up here with the rainfall chances tomorrow. We'll go beyond that. A frontal boundary gets closer and closer to us as we get into Sunday, but never really completely makes it, but some of the moisture out ahead of it could spark another shower chance on Sunday. But again, these chances are not off the charts. We're just looking at that possibility coming into play. Now, next week, very different story because we've got a lot of cool air. We're all the way into next Tuesday, by the way. Now look what starts building up to our north. A big-time significant shot of cooler air that just dives in here as we get into Thursday, Friday. Big shot. That's a good-looking trough right there that's going to have a lot of colder air with it. It'll push us down into the 50s for highs. And I'll tell you what, that might be overdoing it a little bit. It may be even cooler than that for daytime highs. But there you see the pattern flip. But the point is, enjoy the next few days, even with that small rain chance around this weekend, guys.
I'm going to be at 5K in the morning about 9 o'clock. Can you give me the weather? You know, I always ask for a personal forecast.
Pressure's on.
Tomorrow, I'd say probably mid-50s. The clouds will still be around, so that'll kind of help you out a little bit.
That's perfect for us.
Okay.
That's perfect
All
running
right.
weather.
Well, good, then.
You did great,
Jimmy.
You win.
All right.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about today, doing a little tailgating on the hill. So much fun, betting, all kinds of things going on. We'll tell you more about it. What's happening here this afternoon when we return here on WKYT.
Well, Keeneland's fall meet is well underway today, and one of the most popular promotions, College Scholarship Day.
Our Deanne Stevens is out and about. She joins us now from Keeneland with more with all the college kids. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here playing a little cornhole. Oh, you missed it. I made it like 10 times before the camera comes on. Didn't I, Mark? Ah, hey, I got closer than you. Oh, you give me one more try, aren't you? You going first? Cornhole over here at the hill. Oh, we were close, weren't we? The hill, I love that everybody gathers over here like before and after the races. This seems like the place to be to me.
Yeah, it is for sure. We have we work for Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, and we have a team bonding thing every fall, and that's what we're doing here today. We got folks from Louisville, Northern Kentucky, Lexington.
Do you guys ever make it over to the races?
Why?
Because it's so much fun
You actually have to pay money to go inside.
You gotta pay money, but you can make money here because there's like a wagering tent and all kinds of things for you to enjoy the races over here on the hill. Kara Heisenbuttel is with us. And Kara, how long ago did you guys start the hill?
You know, we've been doing the hill for about 5 years now, and it's such a great opportunity. Our fans love to come out and tailgate, and so we have all the amenities that they need, and they can stay here and tailgate and enjoy the races.
I mean, it grows every year, doesn't it? Because as we look through the tent and up and down the rows of cars, there's cornhole, there's football, there's so many activities. People can just kind of spread out and enjoy the races.
They can. We now see thousands of people who come to the Hill every weekend, and some of them never make it over to the races, but those who do can jump on the free shuttle, and it's not too long to get over to the track.
So tell us what happens when they come in the Hill. They can just park and kind of tailgate, is that it?
So it's free parking, and you can tailgate, set up your tent, your cornhole, whatever you have. We have wagering over here for you, food trucks from local restaurants, and then we have the jumbo screen TV and live music on Saturdays.
So much fun to be had. Now here's what's funny to me is a few minutes ago before we came, this place was packed. They were all playing cornhole. I guess maybe my skills scared them off, you think?
Yeah, I don't think anybody wanted to be
Did my skills scare you guys off? Where'd you go? You guys love the Hill?
Yeah.
Super fun place to be. You can check out the Hill too. As Kara said, a lot of folks gathered over here on the Hill. By the way, when you come in the entrance of Man o' War there and Versailles Road, it's just right on the right. You can drive right into it. A lot of great people out there helping you park. Tell them to come out. Enjoy the Hill.
Come on out and join us. It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
It is going to be a great weekend at Keeneland. What weekend isn't a great weekend at Keeneland? I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. I guess I'll play a little cornhole by myself. Chickens. Back to you guys.
Always finds the party, doesn't she? And is the life of the party, too.
Oh, yes. And she's right, though. Never a bad day at Keeneland. It's always great. Well, Star Wars fans going through withdrawal are getting a treat just in time for the weekend.
Our rebellion is all that remains to push back the Empire. I think you might be able to help us.
The final trailer for Rogue One, a Star Wars story, has been released. The 2-minute-plus video features scenes not previously released in earlier teasers, including a fleeting shot of Darth Vader. Rogue One is the first Star Wars spin-off film. It will hit theaters December 16th.
So, you're the guy with the case full of monsters, huh?
News travels fast.
Well, especially fast when the news comes from J.K. Rowling herself. The author has revealed the Harry Potter spin-off film, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, will now be a 5-film franchise. Rowling made the announcement at a fan event in London. The first film in this series hits theaters in November, while the second has been announced for November 16th, 2018.
Next on WKYT News at 4:30, The Bone is back on TV. The nation's most famous undecided voter will be heading to the next debate, this time as a special guest correspondent. Our favorite time of the week, it's the weekend.
Here it is, and it always means it's a little bit more importance that we give to that forecast for the weekend. Jimmy Caldwell, the pressure's on you.
And no pressure this time, because it is going to be fantastic out there as we get back into the 70s, probably some 80s out there as well, with the mix of sun and clouds overall. Today, it's more about cloud cover. We are stocked in with it, as you see here on our map. I mean, just a lot of clouds showing up. And a shower now showing up into parts of McCreary County. That's why I'm keeping that rain chance alive, I think, more so into southern sections of Kentucky, with that little energy that you see passing by down across Tennessee. So for those folks headed out to high school football, especially in the south, a southern shower is possible, and that's where I think the chances of rain will at least hold steady for a little while. If there's anything that goes up, it'll certainly be in those locations. That's all I've got here in the weather world, but Don's getting a little busy. A lot going on out there on this Friday with the roads. What you got, Don?
Hey, well, including Keeneland traffic, we're very busy right now. In and outbound Versailles Road, 15 to 20 minutes worth of delays getting past Keeneland. That's approaching Man o' War. Officers are doing the best to work the button of traffic control there. There's also a couple of collisions, including one at Harrodsburg Road near the Circle, also one at Alumni and New Circle. This is on the inner loop of Alumni, or inner loop of the Circle approaching Alumni. They're still working the one downtown on Oliver Lewis Way. That is a two-car non-injury collision that police are working near High Street. Drive times, about 13 minutes to Nicholasville. Looks like about 18 to Georgetown. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don, thank you. Debate sensation Ken Bone picks up a new gig, and a Gator sets a new record in Texas.
It is the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this. The man who won the hearts of millions during Sunday's presidential debate is getting a shot at the spotlight again. Ken Bone will be reporting from the final presidential debate for Jimmy Kimmel Live on Wednesday. Bone became a pop culture phenomenon during the second presidential debate after asking a thoughtful question about the country's energy needs. He and his red cable cable knit sweater have since picked up a lot of media attention. The power plant employee will be a special guest correspondent for Kimmel for the October 19th debate in Las Vegas. There's no word yet if he'll wear that now famous red sweater again. Oh, he has to,
I know.
right?
Hope he does, really. Well, check out the size of this gator. A wildlife park in Texas says this is the biggest alligator that's ever been captured in Texas. The 900-pound animal was caught Wednesday. Park employees were called to get him after reports that the gator had been showing up at a boat ramp. Not what you want to run into. The gator was later released into the park, whose owner says the capture actually saved the animal. The park owner is asking the public to help him come up with a name for the gator.
Oh,
needs to be a big name, a special name.
It does need to be a special name. I was watching about 6 people have to sit on top of him to keep him down.
Yeah, amazing.
On that note, stick with us. Here's what's coming your way now at 5 o'clock.